The book, How to Attract Investors, covers a number of issues which are important in order to attract investor interest. In this short video, I will explain some basic about the mindset of investors. If you want to attract investors, it's important to understand the mindset of investors. Basically, when you sell shares, the investor becomes your customer. So the question is the mindset of investors different from normal human beings? And that's the reason that you often get a no. The basic thing is that investors are normal human beings, and both fear, greed, and lust influences their behavior and decisions. To simplify matters, your brain and that of investors is in principle influenced by two systems. We call it System 1, which is the automatic system which quickly and with little effort and no sense of voluntary control make decisions. For instance, you don't think, you just run if you see a lion coming out of the bush and start chasing you. Your brain was actually programmed to make this type of quick decisions way back when we all lived in the cages. And then we have a System 2 which allocates attention to effortful mental activities, including complex computations. It's the System 2 which is set in motion if you want, for instance, to multiply 7.3 with 349.5, or if you want to estimate the internal rate of return of investment. To the large extent, it's the System 1 which influences the first choice investor is making. Do I like or do I want to know more about a particular investment opportunity? But it's the System 2 which has the upper hand when the final investment decision is made. If you want to attract investors and have working relationship with them, you need to get the attention of both System 1 and System 2. You also need to understand that there are two different types of investors. There are the business angels and the venture capital investors, the professional investors. The business angel invests his own money, and he often gets emotionally involved in the company in which he invests. His alternative use of money could be buy a bigger house or a boat, or let the money sit in the bank. The venture capital people, they invest other people's money, and they have a much larger deal flow to pick from than the business angel. Therefore, they always have many other choices to invest than your deal. And they will invest because they will not have the money to sit in the bank. They have a much more formal investment decision process than the business angel, and they are in general much more focused on exit opportunities than the business angel. However, both type of investors have unpredictable behavior when crisis occurs. They are twisted between greed, means to make more money, and then fear, risking losing their money. And then they're also influenced on previous experience with situations where they all either lost or made money. And in particular, if you have, and when you have got investors as co-owner in your company, you will experience that unforeseen situations like business crisis occurs. And there you need to understand how the mindset of the investor is operating when you build the strategy for coping with these type of crises. And I think both investors and entrepreneurs would benefit tremendously from better understanding the background for their own psychological reactions. The book, How to Attract Investors, in the second part, deals with these complicated psychological aspects of business funding and also how to manage investor behavior. If you want to read or buy the book, it can be bought on virtually all the bookshops. Also, Amazon has it for sales. Alternative, you can have a personal presentation from my side on a masterclass. Just book me and I'll be happy to make a presentation.